Okay. So if I go to select this mesh and go to Window, Animation Editors, Blend Shape, I have my first blend shape, the E by seam, in place, and we can check it out. There you go. Okay. Now we need to add the other blend shape. So let's close this window. Let's select our next blend shape, in this case the O by seam. Reselect the animated head mesh and go to Deform, Edit Blend Shape, and let's click on the Add Attributes. So we're going to specify a node, in this case the face blend shapes, and then click on Apply. That'll apply it, and let's select the third blend shape and select the animated mesh original shape and click on Apply, and that creates the third blend shape. So I'm going to hide my blend shapes and go to Window, Animation Editors, Blend Shapes, and I have my three blend shapes in place: the E by seam, the O by seam, the B by seam. Alright, and let's save. Okay, so while we're here, we might as well create the other expressions for the face, at least some of the basic ones. So I'm going to open my blend shapes, get my base blend shape, duplicate it, right, move it up. Okay, duplicate it again, duplicate it again. Alright, so this one will be my brow down. Let's call this left brow down. Alright, and this one's fairly easy to do. So I'm going to select the soft modification tool, and I'm just going to drag the left brow downwards. So this does the angry brow thing. Alright, let's get that in place. Alright, so that's easy. And this one is the right brow down. So I'm going to get the soft modification tool and do the same thing for the right brow. Alright, and this one is smile. Alright, so let me duplicate my base blend shape again. Wait, that's the wrong one. Alright, let's duplicate this and move this in place. Alright, and we'll call this one left smile. Alright, and let's do the left smile. So soft modification tool, left smile. Alright, and this is right smile. So zoom in, let's do right smile. Okay, so let's apply all of these blend shapes to our head. So let's select this, select the head, and let's go to Deform, Edit Blend Shapes, Add, Specify Node, and click on Apply. Do the same for the next couple of blend shapes. Alright, so if we hide our blend shapes, we can select our base mesh and go to Animation Editors, Blend Shapes, and we have all of these blend shapes. So this is left smile, this is right smile, so let's combine them together to make a smile smile. Right brow down, left brow down, B by seam, O by seam, E by seam. Alright, so you need to create 16 blend shapes. Those 16 blend shapes are in the PDF or that URL that I gave you people. Alright, so Alright, let's pause for a moment and and let's get to your questions in. Class, any questions with how to do blend shapes thing?
Sir, after doing the blend shapes, can we erase the other heads?
Yes and no. Yes, because once you do apply the blend shapes and erase these, the blend shapes will still work. No, because if you do delete them and you need to make an adjustment, it'll be difficult to redo.
Oh.
Okay.
Ano yung size ng dito? Yung bilog na pula para madali lang mabalik.
Okay. So when painting skin weights, or you mean the soft modification tool, you can press B, and then the red circle of influence will come out, and then you can just drag that red circle.
Ano yung size na para madali lang?
It really depends on how much of the mesh that you want to move around. I get it to something really small so that I'm influencing only 4 or 6 vertices at once. Okay. Alright, so class, the next step would be creating an interface so that animation would be easier.
Sir,
Yep.
paano na malalaman kung kailan kami pwede mag-delete ng history?
History now.
Yung history, delete by type history.
You delete by type history before you make any blend shapes.
Before blend shapes.
Yes. If you delete the history once there are blend shapes, then that'll screw everything up. So you must make sure that you delete history and modify freeze transforms before you create any blend shapes.
Pero sir, okay lang kahit di pa delete yung history.
It would be best if you did, because it might cause problems with the rigging. Alright. For some of you, when you actually rig the head, the eyeballs were popping out of the head. The reason for that is there is construction history, and that's what's causing the eyeballs from popping from the head. One other thing. Right now, the head is rigged with the blend shape and the joints. So if I move the head to face in this direction, for example, you can actually see that there are areas of the mesh that won't respond properly. The only way to fix them is via paint skin weights. So for example, my head should be influencing this area, and it's not. That's why the eyeballs are popping out. So I need to paint this area properly. Alright, so let's paint that area so it doesn't screw up.
Mukha lang siya sir, hindi siya, mukha lang siya sir, hindi adjusted.
So any weird mesh deformations that you find while you're animating might require that you adjust skin weights. So here's a technique. I'm going to go to smooth. You'll notice that areas of the neck aren't blending properly. So I'm going to click on smooth, and I'm going to click on flood, and that'll smooth those areas out. Okay, now I need to go back to skin, bind pose. Select skin, go to bind pose. You'll notice that you cannot go to bind pose here, and there's an error there. And the reason for this is that you've already started rigging your joints. There is a constraint on the joints, and you cannot go back to bind pose. Alright. So the moral here is that you make sure that all of your deformations are in place before you start messing around with weights.
Nagre-record ka.
Okay. Class, any more questions?
Sir, yung dun po sa influence.
Paano daw yung lalagyan ng blend shape?
Sorry?
Yung lalagyan ng blend shape.
How to do the blend shapes?
Yung ano siya, yung sa assign ko lang. Face mode.
Sorry, James. Can you clarify your question?